My name is Mags. I am from Leeds. I am a mother of one beautiful daughter next to me.
I'm Kiesha. I'm 17 and I'm also from Leeds, and this is my very wonderful mum.
And I think she's 18, not 17.
Oh, yes. Oh my god, what? I'm 18.
Great start.
Forgot when she was born, but hey, that's why I'm here as a mom to remind and things like that.
Oh, Lord.
What does it feel like when I hug you?
It feels really lovely because you don't do it much. So when you do, it's like, wow, this is beautiful. This is it. No, it's lovely. I love it.
Yeah, she's a hugger, is Kiesha.
I force her to hug me a lot. In what ways do you think I'm like you and not like you?
Artistically, I think you're a lot like me, but there's so much about you that's not like me. You've got a heart of gold, and I don't think I own that kind of heart.
Stop it, you. You.
Okay.
What's one thing you would have done differently as a mother?
I guess as a mom, I don't have any regrets, to be fair. Everything I've done has always been in the best interest for you, and it's always been to give you a better life. I've made mistakes on the way, as any parent would attest to, but I don't think there's anything I'd do any differently. I wouldn't love you any differently. I wouldn't make different choices, because every choice I've made has been to make life beautiful for you.
I like this already. This is cute. What was the most annoying thing I did as a baby?
I can't think of an annoying thing you did, because you're just a cute, quiet baby. You're not a crying baby. You didn't whinge. As long as you're dry, fed, you were happy.
Sounds about right. Sounds like me
Still
now.
right.
Yes, sounds like me
Yeah,
now.
as long as she watered, fed, she's happy.
I'm fine.
Do you think spit cleans better than water?
No.
I'll stop then.
Thank you.
So what's the best thing I can do for you right now?
Just continue being supportive, and I guess just, I don't know, like sit down, have meals at the table, and ask me how I'm doing, because we don't like sit down meals for some weird reason. We don't like sit down meals sometimes, so at the table just be like, how was your day? And I'll ask you, how was your day? And that'd be cute, like in the movies.
You can ask now.
Noted.
How was your day?
Fantastic, busy, frustrating.
Oh.
We normally do that as the day goes by, but she wants to sit down.
Yeah,
Noted.
like in the movies, it just looks cute.
Okay. Thank you. Noted, Kiesha.
When did you realise you were no longer a child?
I matured quite early, so probably when I was about 13, 14. I matured early because mom would leave me home, and I was supposed to look after the young siblings. So I realized I wasn't a kid quite early on, because I'd have to make sure I make tea. Come weekends when we didn't have any help, we'd make sure the house is clean, everybody else does their chores, and that was my duty as a firstborn. So I matured quite early.
Were your parents strict? Was your mum or dad the strictest? I think I know.
Ooh, yeah, that one. I haven't lived with my grandma and granddad. Mom was the strictest of them too, simply because my dad is the most coolest, chilled out guy ever. Actually, his nickname is the cool dude. So you hardly hear anything from dad. So he was a good cop, mom was a bad cop. So dad would never say anything, but whenever dad did say anything, you knew you were in real trouble.
Definitely.
Because he hardly spoke, but when he spoke, you were in deep trouble, and he was really mad. But with mom, the belt was on the ready. The hand was on the ready. The eye was on the ready. The slipper was on the ready.
Yep.
So mom was the more vocal, played more of the bad cop than dad. But overall, I think I had amazing parents.
What did you want to be when you were growing up?
Ooh, the first thing I wanted to be was an air hostess.
Oh my god, same.
All things.
Same. Oh.
It looked glamorous, you know,
Yeah,
with all
the
the
little
uniforms and the little
scarves.
hats and
Welcome to
everything.
Zimbabwe.
Yeah, definitely. The little pack of peanuts.
It just
Always
looks
wanted to
so
do that.
glamorous, and you're traveling. So I thought air hostess first and foremost.
Yeah,
And then it changed.
yeah. They always look so perfect with red lipstick. Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, that was the first thing I wanted to be when I grew up, when I was tiny.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cute. Is there anything you regret not having asked your parents?
Yeah, maybe asking them if I could have just been anything I wanted. Wish I'd have asked them that, because of the environment I grew up in. You had a few choices: you either become a teacher, lawyer, doctor. But I wish I'd asked my parents to just let me be, because I would have either ended up in media-related career, either as a choreographer, because I loved dancing growing up, but I know it would have been media, entertainment related. So that's one thing I regret, that I didn't ask them to just let me be. So what is my worst habit?
Okay. Do you know when you cook sadza, right?
Okay, open the kind
Do you know
of.
when you cook sadza? No, that's the one thing that I can't hammer home when you cook sadza, and then there's the stuff on the stick, you know. You don't wash it straight after, and guess who has to wash it? Me, and it's all dried, and it just drives me slightly insane. And we're getting it on the table. Please wash your spoon. To any other Zimbabwean mothers, wash your sadza spoons, please. Oh, I'm glad that's
Didn't realize it was that deep.
It's deep.
It's only a salted spoon.
It's deep.
Okay.
What was the nicest thing I ever said to you?
Oh, you always tell me you look lovely, Mom. You look beautiful. You always say that.
Yeah, because I'm jealous.
Okay. So. But yeah, you always say to me, you look lovely, Mom. You look beautiful. Even when I don't think I look beautiful, you always say, you look beautiful, Mom. So yeah.
What makes you feel brave?
I think it's my faith, because I've gone through a whole lot of interesting things in life. I could write a book. I should write a book.
You should do
yeah,
it.
I should write a book, because I've gone through so many trying times. Just a snippet, an abusive marriage. So even in those times, what made me brave is knowing that I had a God that would never leave nor forsake me. At the expense of sounding like I'm preaching, but it was that carried me through. If anything, it was that time that I even got close to God, because I knew that He had my back no matter what. So that's what makes me feel brave. Even when I think, this parenting thing is hard, I've got God on my side. So whatever else that I face, what makes me brave is knowing I've got God, I've got Him, the Creator, the Maker, on my side. That makes me brave.
Hallelujah. If your life was a reality show, what would it be called?
Ooh, wow. Sassy Mags.
Sexy
Why?
man.
Or Fab Mags, I think.
You and the word fab, honestly.
Because I actually had a blog, a fashion blog, and it was called that. So I feel if I had a TV show, I would call it the same. I am fabulous, you have to agree. So,
She is fab.
so yeah, I would call it Fab Mags.
Do you believe in love at first sight?
My age, no.
Oh. Why not?
You fall in love with somebody as you get to know them. I don't believe that you fall in love at first sight, because at that stage I believe it's just lust. You get attracted to somebody at first sight, but you don't fall in love with somebody at first sight.
That's true.
So you see somebody, I like what I see, but you're not in love with them. It's when you get to know who they are, you actually start falling in love with them as you go along and get to know them. But I don't believe in love at first sight.
Yeah.
What about you?
I'd like to believe in love at first sight, mainly because I'm such a hopeless romantic. Like, I'd love to see the guy and be like, oh, yes, we're meant to be, you know, but you never know who a psycho killer is, so you can't be like, oh, he's meant to be, and then
Extreme.
he ends up being like a murderer.
Very extreme.
You have to think of yeah, exactly. You have to think of the scenarios, but yeah, that's
Dexter.
yeah. Did you ever drop me as a baby?
Mom.
She's 18 now, so you can answer.
Yes. No, I will be honest. I dropped you twice.
You kidding?
Yes, and
Stop it.
I got in trouble with mom as well because you were a baby then, and you were literally a baby, and that time when you just given birth and you're so tired of the time,
You dropped me.
when you just finished breastfeeding and you're so tired, you drift off to sleep, and the next thing
dropped.
and you dropped. That was the first time.
That's a lot, man.
That was the first time.
I have a pain in the back of my head.
It's been
My life.
thank you for the past few years.
That was the first time. So first mom forgave me because at that time I was at home, so mom could help me with you. And then second time when it happened, I got a real big shouting from her. I was in trouble. She wasn't happy.
You didn't drop babies.
What kind of mother are you dropping your child? So yeah, I dropped you twice. I will be honest.
I did not think that there was gonna be a yes to that. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
You're doing great. If you ever sit there and you're like, oh my god, is this going well? You're doing great.
Thank you.
You raised all of this.
Okay.
All of this. All of this. You're doing great.
Oh well, the times as a mother you worry. You ask yourself, have I failed this child?
That's your trophy right there.
Yes. The times I think every mother goes that stage where you're like, have I failed her in some area? Have I not taught her enough to pray? Have I not taught her enough to do this? Have I not taught her enough to do that? But yeah, thank you for telling me I'm doing a good job.
You're doing great. A lot of my friends say I'm gonna be a great wife one day. I don't know if that's helping, but it's got to be you, so thanks.
We thank God.
Literally, right? I wish I could write words upon words about you, because you don't impact me, you impact everyone around you, and it's for so many different reasons as well. It's like the greatest things spiritually and like helping people. You help people that you don't know, and even though you're like, oh, I don't have like a golden heart, you really do, because I've seen you do things where I'm like, man, did she really like doing that for that person? Like, you wouldn't dare, but you do it, and it helps them, like I said, spiritually. And sometimes it's like a makeover when you know someone looks like really cruddy, and you make them look peng, and you take things that you love and you help others with it. You're not selfish with your talents. So yeah, I think that's you, and we love that for you, sis. You go, girl.
Thank you.
Happy Mother's Day. I love you.
Thank you.
Mwah.
Thank you.